Oh shit, I forgot. What was I saying? Oh, wait. I'm in my 40s, I'm married with 4 kids, and I'm just a normal person. I have very ordinary problems like every one of you. I always worry about where to get the best food, best drinks, where's the sale, discounts, and also whether, I need to bring an umbrella out since it's storming very heavily now. And some of the things I worry about in life, can my kids get to a good school? Will I have enough to support them through the years? When can my wife and me stop working? Do we have enough money? And what will our life look like? What will my kids' life look like? Or even Singapore in 20 to 30 years? Well, hopefully in the future years, I hope, all my kids, all grown up, busy, working, starting a family so that they won't come and disturb me. And then I'll have all the time in the world, to do the things that I could never do when I was younger. I have a lot of hobbies. I like, I want to continue playing my golf. I like to do things in the garden, cook, and keep up with my MMA. So hopefully, I have time to do these things again. And in an ideal state, I would like to spend some time in Thailand, maybe 3 months in a year. Cost of living is low. They've got great food, nice golf courses. And it's a very vibrant place, very much like Singapore. So I think I'll feel very much at home there. Okay, so I was taught to save from an early age, so investments naturally became an extension of that. Right? My whole philosophy is that why would I want to leave cash in the bank sitting idle when I could, possibly do more with it? So, like any other person, when you first start in the investment journey, what do you do next, right? So I went around, I checked, what's the best broker to open an account with, and that's what I did. And so then step 2 came and, what was the best thing to buy, right? And then I had no idea, starting out. So you had to look through the newspapers, look at broker recommendations, and everyone always had some hot tip or another, right? There was always, buy this for 50% upside. I had friends telling me they had inside tips on some stocks, and it could go up to 3 times. And that's what I did in the early years. And then it was always this feeling of time constraint, right? If you didn't buy it early enough, then you'd miss out. And so it's a very stressful initial part of the years. But I kind of liked it in the beginning, but I found out that all these things didn't work out in the end, right? Because when 2008 came about, and so many other crises along the way, we find that whatever brilliant tip or whatever the broker report or investment strategist said, it most likely didn't pan out. When I felt that I couldn't handle it anymore, I became a client at GYC. Sometime in 2005, 2006, and then I felt that getting someone to help me would be the best approach. And then the crisis came. So then I decided, I really wanted to learn more about this whole investing universe. And so that's when I did a postgrad in finance. And then I started to work here after the crisis, just to try to see how things could be done better. And I think after learning so much about investments over these few years, we've come to a sudden realization that the more you try to invest, try to trade, try to buy low, try to sell high, I want to buy the company that supposedly does well, I act on tips, which areas I'm supposed to go in. It really doesn't work out in the end. It may work for some people, but it doesn't for many others. And I think the whole reason is that we've been overtaken by events. The market really does move very fast and we can't keep up. So I'm at this point in my investment life, I feel that the best way to invest, and we've learned that the best way to invest is to be fully diversified. You hold through crisis no matter what. In fact, when the crisis comes, it's the best time to put more money in because you know that your future returns are going to be great. And so the news doesn't faze you anymore. I'm no longer worried about, are the interest rates going to rise? Is my currency depreciating? Is this company going to make more earphones? All of it doesn't matter anymore because that if I'm diversified, I will get all the returns that are available out there, and all this news just means so little. Well, there's no way for me to turn back the clock and redo everything all over again. So my advice would be, just stay humble and be aware that, markets are extremely difficult to beat. The best way to invest is to start very early. Don't start too late. You have time on your side if you're young. Don't do what I did, go through all the mistakes that I made. Just know that a very diversified way is the best way to invest. Buy things that are exposed to everything in the world, and as long as you hold for the long term, you know that you can at least double or triple your money, right? At least I learned my mistake when I was just before 40 years old, so I still have some time on my side. But if you are younger than me, or if you're older than me and you have young kids, at least teach them that this is the best way to invest.